home of free speech. Radio you won't hear anywhere else. Joypod with Elmo and Michael. Play Talk UK.
Happy now? Michael? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. You're right. I can hear you.
You happy now?
Can you hear me?
Happy now, are we?
I'm very happy. It's not Elmo in the team anymore.
Oh, it just says Elmo. Oh, not anymore. Hello, and welcome to Joypod in its brand new slot. My name is David Elmo Turners.
And my name, as you got from the jingle, is Michael. But you can also put James Fox on the end of it.
And you can also call
I'm on the jingle. Yay!
We're in a new studio, Michael, so things are going to go a little bit weird today, but we will try and keep up. This is Joypod. We, for the next, what is it, 2 hours? We're going to be talking about video games, aka the most pointless show on Play Talk. What have we got coming up, Michael?
We have lots and lots of pointless things. We're going to be talking about the stuff that we've been playing this week, new things that have been coming up and about in the world of video games. I've got the news, which is new.
We're doing news.
Yeah, we're going to be doing actual news, which was written not half an hour ago.
That's, it's going to be terrible, isn't it?
It's good news. Well, it's not good news. There's bad things that are happening, but it's news that is well written. It's
right.
Good reportage.
And we will be coming to listener interaction in a little while. However, there are new contact details. Because we're in a new studio, you need to contact us on by phone 01243 55 61 61. Bit more of a mouthful. You can email us talk@playradiouk.com, but the Skype is the same, play.radio.uk.
Damn, sir, on your new contact details, I'm going to have to update that on the website now.
You are going to have to update that on the website and let the roll muckers know, because I know that they like listening to this bloody show. Right, so let's get the ball rolling, Michaels. What have you been playing? George Michaels?
Lots and lots, man. Lots and lots of stuff, which means we can talk about it for quite a while. In-depth detail.
Well, tell you what, name one, and we'll talk about it. That's how, because you just...
That's how discussion generally works, I believe.
Generally works.
Okay, right, the first one, you can take as many pot shots on me as you like for this one. You know what I'm like for the wrestling, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, little bit,
So I wasn't really passionate then, was I? But yes, I do know what you like.
The new THQ release on 360, Legends of WrestleMania.
Now, THQ are the guys behind the old wrestling games that we love, right? You know,
pretty much wrestling games since SmackDown on the PS1.
No, they weren't involved with that one. THQ.
Yes, they were.
No, THQ were the guys behind WCW, NW Revenge, and No Mercy and stuff, right? Because didn't you have Didn't you have one?
Sure?
Yeah, didn't you have a wrestler called THQ Man or something?
I have no idea. If I did, I never unlocked it. So there you go.
No, he was there from the start. You fool. No, so you've been playing Legends of Wrestling. Now this has been.
I've been playing. No, not Legends of Wrestling, because that was an old game that came out a couple of years ago on the PS2.
Oh no.
And the Xbox.
Well,
this is Legends of WrestleMania, because obviously WrestleMania's coming up in a couple of weeks' time.
How dare
They're getting it out to. Basically to get the money for it, to get to sort of get on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Unfortunately though, I'm not thinking it's gonna take all the cash money.
You very rarely think, Michael.
Well, this is very true. I have a very small brain.
What makes you say that?
Unfortunately, it's just, it ain't great. It really is not great at all.
Oh dear. Why?
It's got a multitude of faults to it. I mean, right, okay, let's start on the positives first of all. Number one, it looks fantastic. It's beautiful.
Does it?
The whole setting of it is you have legendary WWE stroke WWF wrestlers, with, you know, people like Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Ultimate Warrior. Strangely conspicuous by his absence, no Macho Man Randy Savage. There are lots of rumours going around as to why he's not in there, but...
I bet they're all very boring. Next.
They're not that boring. Well, go and look on the internet, you'll find out.
They're not that boring.
It looks fantastic. It's really, really nicely put together. Presentation-wise, it's fantastic. They've got all the entrances are there, all the music is down. But then when you actually start playing the game, it all goes a bit balls. It's just not a good wrestling game at all.
So what's gone so wrong then? Because back in the heyday with, WCW NWO Revenge, which I think I've mentioned about 40 times on this here radio show,
yes.
What has gone so wrong then? Like, I don't understand. It's understand.
Simple. One word, man. The controls, they are crap.
Right.
The controls are awful. They've really, they've tried to simplify it, make it more of an arcadey wrestler game. They put quick time events in there, which just...
How dare they?
It doesn't work.
Oh.
Quick time events are great in Shenmue, but quick time events do not fit in a wrestling game. I mean, the first one, right, you get your sort of like your face off right at the start, okay? And just as the bell rings, then all of a sudden you've got to hit the right button so you can actually defend and attack immediately. And it's just, oh man.
Yeah, man.
It's just not good. I mean, I don't think there's been a really good wrestling game since probably SmackDown 2 on the PlayStation.
SmackDown was rubbish.
But even, that was the best one we've got thus far.
Is it?
I mean, you're going to get people, we will get people emailing in and twittering and everything saying, oh, what about Fire Pro Returns and all that sort of stuff from the Dreamcast? Yeah, great games, but we're talking about games that you could actually, your Commodore Garden person could walk into Game Station or Game and pick up right now. It looks lovely, but unfortunately, you can't polish a turd. It's going to sell really...
You cannot polish that turd.
You can't polish a turd. It's going to sell really, really well for the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Just on the fact that it's just like, oh, you can play as like all the legendary wrestlers. But, we're going to be seeing this dropping down really, really, really quickly in the charts.
It's a big...
And it'll be dirt cheap within a couple of weeks as well, if you do fancy it. But, get yourself MAME, emulate WrestleFest, you'll be much better.
Oh, cool. Here's the big question that everyone's asking, though. How many G's?
How many G's? 2 G's.
Yeah, 2 G's?
2 G's because it looks pretty.
That's upsetting.
I know, you're upsetting.
You're upsetting.
Your face is upsetting.
So what else you been playing, dude?
Lots of DS stuff.
Wonder why. Go on.
Are we not doing the tennis-y thought?
No, we're not doing... Actually, we had our listeners. We have been doing this show for 2.5 years. We have never had a production meeting ever. We had one on Saturday. I had to keep going to the toilet because I'd been eating jalapenos, and Michael was disinterested. But one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was this stupid tennis thing you do, and that I don't want to do it anymore. So...
All right.
Next.
So it's all me at the moment.
Yeah,
then,
what's your next game?
Okay, next one. Again, you're going to take the mick for this one.
Probably.
Scrabble 2009 Interactive Edition.
That's fair enough. I've been getting into word games recently, so I'll let you
what's that one on the iPhone?
Word Fool. It's bad boy. It's such a good game, but...
Is that NG Moko who make that one?
I've no idea. It's the same guys that make Topple.
Yes, it is NG Moko then. So you can tell it's the mark of quality.
Well, listen... there's not much you can talk about Scrabble, though, is there? There's not much you can say.
There is a lot I can talk about Scrabble.
Oh, is there?
Oh my God, there's a lot.
Well, let's not do it, because that would be... Right?
No, we're going to talk about it.
Go on then.
You asked me.
What do you want to say? What do you want to say about Scrabble, Michael?
What do I want to say about... Okay. Scrabble, as we all know, is...
Jesus.
It's the purist's word game, yeah? It's a great... Have you played Scrabble ever? Like real Scrabble?
Yes, I've played real Scrabble.
So you know how to play it, yeah?
Yeah, I know how to play it.
Right. At any time when you play Scrabble, does the concept of getting in a van and going around to collect mystic tiles of the ancients ever crop up?
Once that cropped up, I got arrested. I asked for you not to mention that on air, Michael.
I can't help it, I've got to bring up your dirty secrets. But this is what the game is about.
So it adds sort of another element to the Scrabble.
On the show, but it's got the world's shittest career mode.
That's disgusting.
What the hell do you need a career mode for in Scrabble?
Is your mother with that mouth? I don't know. Why the hell would you want to talk about it on the radio? That's the other question.
Because it disappointed and upset me.
Did it really upset you? Did you really pick up this package of God, I do hope that this is just straightforward Scrabble.
Well,
did you really think that?
Version, yes, it was.
That is incredible. You are a waste of skin and bones, my friend. An absolute waste.
At least I'm trying to improve my vocabulary. I know what ubial means.
Right, okay. So
ubial means something to do with the iris in the eye.
Good. So, listen, is it better for this extra element or worse?
It's bloody rotten, mate. It sucks. It really just makes it into this huge, horrible joke. I mean, you can't even skip the cutscenes. It's terrible. You don't actually get to play a full game of Scrabble for a good 45 minutes.
What a waste of time, then.
I know, it's ridiculous. I actually gave up and downloaded the American version, which is just nice and simple and straight. Fantastic.
Well done with that. Downloaded it, did you? It will slip up there. Next game. Next game.
Or, bloody hell. All right, Guitar Hero Metallica demo, 360.
Oh, right. What's that like?
Good.
Like
It's
Guitar Hero, I suppose.
It's Guitar Hero, it's Metallica. That's all you need to know.
Although, listen, this is a message for other podcasts, right, and other people that like to talk about gaming. Can you just shut up moaning about these things? Because as far as I see it, I'd love all of my favourite bands to bring these sort of things out. They're not popular enough to get it, but just stop moaning about it. Metallica fans who are into Guitar Hero, it's brilliant. A brilliant little package for them. Or does it come off as a rip-off? I don't know.
No, it does. It's really, really good. I mean, it's great. It's a great game. You know, it's Guitar Hero. I like Metallica. There's lots of other good tunes that are going to be on the final finished version when it comes out, which I need to talk about in a minute. But yeah, it's just a good Guitar Hero game. Although I'm slightly disappointed that in the final version there's no version of their Whiskey in the Jar. They don't do Whiskey in the Jar. Thin Lizzy's Whiskey in the Jar is in it, but not Metallica's.
Well, they wouldn't put the same song twice by two different people, would they?
No, the Metallica version's just a lot more chunky and it sounds a lot better.
Is it now? Well,
yes.
We've all had fun with that. I'm not a big fan of Metallica, I must admit. I'm into my heavy metal music, like, in quite a way, but I don't know, I just never cottoned on to Metallica. When they were playing at Reading last year, I went to see CSS instead. Yeah,
but I would go see CSS instead as well because they're a fantastic band and Love Fox is brilliant.
Oh, bloody sexy. They were awesome as well, CSS. They were in a tiny little tent and everyone was just monged out from, I don't know, let's say oxygen.
That's it. Quick thing on the release date for it. Guitar Hero Metallica isn't actually released over here until May, which is a very, very, very long time away.
Wow.
It's released in America next week, as far as I can work out.
Right, now I'm not sure I feel about that.
That's a bit daft. Good thing, though, if you're an importy type person, both the 360 version and the PS3 version are region-free, so get your ass on that and do it.
They've always been... I got my Guitar Hero free from America, and I remember trading it in afterwards and cacking it, waiting for them to go, excuse me, sir, you know this is American, but instead he just got another... box from the shelf and scan that in instead. I got about 40 quid for it as well. Good.
I got my Guitar Hero 3 free from Simon Byron.
Yeah. Good. Big up, Simon Byron. If you're listening, you're a bad boy.
He is a bad boy. He's a great fella.
So anything else?
Can we have some more free stuff?
Anything else? Anything else?
That's it for now. I've got a couple of other things here, but come on.
I would like
it's been on me thus far.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I like it like that. Well, listen, thank you everyone that added me to their PSN friends list and sent me messages. I mean, on the last show I did here, I gave out my PSN name, which is drunken_Elmo. And I got loads of little messages sent through to me. It was lovely. So if you feel like sending me a message next time you're on the PSN, do so. It was just brilliant. And thanks especially for the guy that sent me one saying, I love Joypod, except for that Dr. Robotnik fella. I think he's referring to you, Michael.
Well, yeah, I am the unpopular member of the team.
But yeah, so I was at home, a while ago, and I wanted to shoot things, and I refused to play Killzone 2 anymore. The game is tripe. I'm going to say it, the game is tripe. It's a horrible first-person shooter. It's generic, you're shooting the same things over and over again, which, you'll probably throw in my face when I say the next game I've been playing, but you don't do anything new, it's boring. I mean, the game's beautiful and the sound is awesome, but it is a poor game. So I was sitting there and I was thinking, I haven't really got anything to play. Nothing's coming out. So I thought, right, well, I've done the first 2 or so levels of Call of Duty World at War. So I thought, I'll play through that. Do you know what? I had so much fun with it. Honestly, brilliant game.
See, I remember when you first started playing that, when it first came out, you weren't exactly into it. In fact, I could safely say that you were quite critical of it.
No, not at all. Not at all. If you go back and listen, what I said was that the game was not as good as...
not as good as Call of Duty 4.
And it's not. It's not. But it doesn't make it crap. It's still an excellent game, and I'm so glad that I picked it up, because I sat and I played it just all the way through to the end in the space of about 2-3 days. And it was just so fun. The last level is awesome, absolutely awesome. Although, the only thing I was uncomfortable with, right, because this is a point that I did make, you know, you do see a lot of, sort of real, murders, you know, in the game, as FMV footage, not sort of like, you know, just like computer game characters killing computer, like you actually see film of people getting killed. And that is, you know, a little bit distressing. Yeah, I don't understand why they needed to do it, but that's by the by. Now, maybe they've done that for, I don't know, documentary.
Well, it's to give it the actual historical.
Exactly, and that all goes out the window when you complete the last level, and then in big blood-ridden red letters on your screen comes up Nazi zombies, and there's a mini game where you're fighting off Nazi zombies. What is that? That's mental. So, you can't believe it.
Not only is it shooting Nazis, not only is it shooting zombies, but it's actually shooting Nazi zombies.
It's like a little mini game, right? Once you complete the game, although I'm told that you can access it just from the download, the latest update now, where you're in a house, and that house, the windows are sort of boarded up, and the zombies are sort of tearing the boards down and trying to get in, and you've just got to basically survive. It's like horde mode.
Like a finale on Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, and it is ruddy brilliant. I loved it, although I did sort of find it a little bit distasteful. Maybe, and this will sound weird, what they should have done is, I just thought this now because I'm a genius and that, right? is that they should have let you complete the game, you know, bring the game out, let people complete it, then release it as a free DLC. 2 months down the line.
Just to get people back into it and
get
love
people
it.
Back
and
into
look,
it.
it's Nazi zombies.
I just think, whoa, this is cool. And then you haven't got the problem of it being like a sort of a sensitive issue on the realistic storyline. Yeah, it's just brilliant. And I'm sorry that it took this long to complete it. But, you know.
Do you know, I was in Game Station this afternoon. I went in after work.
Michael.
I was thinking of picking that up.
Michael.
Maybe at the weekend.
Stop you there. Ads!
Part of the Something Corporation. For more details, go to something.info.
If you're looking for a sailing adventure that will take you on the ultimate voyage of discovery, then the Jubilee Sailing Trust is for you. On one of our voyages, you can learn the historic art of sailing a tall ship and be involved in almost every activity on board, including taking the helm, setting sails and keeping watch, regardless of your physical ability. So if you want to share in the adventure and challenge of sailing a tall ship on the open seas, just go to www.jst.org.uk. The Jubilee Sailing Trust. Life-changing experiences for all abilities.
We're told that we live in a democracy and that we have freedom of speech. Wrong. On 2 counts. Democracy, never. Freedom of speech, we are tied up in the red tape of political correctness. We daren't say anything that could be interpreted as derogatory about anyone at any time, anywhere. What have they done to my country? What are they doing to you? We celebrate what democracy we've got left and freedom of speech every afternoon from 3 on my show. I'm Richard J. Cartridge. For your sake, have your say.
Play Talk UK. Joypod with Elmo and Michael.
Not to mention, Michael.
Yep.
Johnny Turner's back.
Oh, the man, the legend.
He's my dad's reviewing Flower.
Flower?
Trust me, it's very interesting. But before we go to that and we carry on with the show, we've got someone on the phones. Hello on the phones?
Hello there.
Hello there, sorry about that. I picked up the phone and spoke to them off air, because I didn't want them to go, and I sounded all flustered and mental because I didn't know where I was or what I was doing. Sorry about that.
I'm quite honoured to be the first caller on your, new
2
show.
hours, baby.
Check out the girth of the Joypod.
Who am I talking to, please?
I'm Stuart.
Hello, Stuart. How's it going?
Pretty good. I just thought I'd give you a call and just ask what you guys sort of think of Final Fantasy.
Right. Now...
Because I'm a massive fan.
Now...
Absolutely love it.
I'll be honest, I'm not too clued up on the Final Fantasy series. I am not an RPG fan. I'll be the first to admit that. Now, Michael, you are. You're into your role-playing games.
Yeah, I don't know where this sort of rumour came from. I do like the odd RPG, but I'm not a massive fan. But Final Fantasy has got to be one of the better series out there. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of time for number 7 on the PlayStation, obviously.
Oh, brilliant.
I'd be inclined to think that sort of like 8 or 9 are probably the better ones. The PlayStation 2 versions, like X and X2, they're pretty good too. But I've got to say, I'm looking forward to the massively multiplayer online one that's coming out, hopefully,
12 was good.
this year.
Yeah, 12's rated quite highly amongst fans, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, they're a fantastic series of games. They're really well written. The scripting and the music is fantastic. If you know what happens in 7, that's probably got the best story out of all of them. But if you say anything, it's a massive spoiler. I mean, I don't know.
We said Ares dies about a billion times. We said that about a billion times. Listen,
yeah, but that was on the podcast, not the radio.
Whatever. Listen.
No one listened to that.
Now, Final Fantasy VII is obviously the sort of pinnacle of the series, from what I've heard. Yep. Obviously, I've never actually played one all the way through, so I can't really comment. I know. Now, I think the only way to get a person like me, into it, is to re-release Final Fantasy VII, maybe on the DS or on...
No, the PS3.
Well, the PS3, yeah.
Remember when they done that trailer of it? They done a trailer of Final Fantasy VII.
Right.
All redone on the PlayStation, didn't they?
What? Do you know why it was stopped from release, or is it still planned to be released?
I just sort of heard a rumour that they were actually going to bring it, re-released, redone, same sort of story.
Yeah.
But all.
Now, see, was that not Crisis Core on the PSP?
Basically. And I'm really pumped if it does come out, and I hope it does.
Well, I think that'll get a whole new generation into the way of thinking with Final Fantasy, because, as I said, like, I'm more into my shooters, more into sort of sports games, racing games, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the only RPGs I've played, I played Fable 2 on the 360, and that was my first real RPG, although it's not really an RPG, it's more of a like sort of action adventure sort of game. And then I played Fallout 3, which blew my mind completely. I loved it. You're an idiot, Michael. You're actually an idiot. This really frustrates me, mate.
Amazing.
It is so good.
I listened to you guys the other day, right?
Yeah.
And I heard, you were alright with Fallout 3. You loved it. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely amazing. It's an immense world. I'm really disappointed with Sony that they didn't go and get the extras.
I know.
The Xbox got. I'm really disappointed.
I know, and you've got, as a Sony, I've got, it's different for me. I've got both systems, so, when this DLC stuff, that does steer where I go with my games. And, it's the same with, Grand Theft Auto. I mean, if you're not even bothered about losing these massive exclusives on huge games, then, Sony's only shooting themselves in the foot. Although I will tell you this, these sort of deals are usually only timed exclusives, so don't write off this DLC coming to the PS3.
Well, I'll definitely get it if it comes out. Like the GTA one.
Yeah, Lost and Damned. Oh my god, it was so good.
But I'm really looking forward to Final Fantasy 13.
All right, cool. And they're re-releasing the earlier titles as well on the DS, aren't they? I know one.
Yeah, they're all coming through. I've played a couple of them, and they're really, really good. I mean, obviously the graphics from years and years ago were super basic. We're talking like it was, Final Fantasy was released on the NES. You got Final Fantasy Mystic Quest that was released on the Super Nintendo. They've really just. They've got the graphical polish, shall we say, and it looks really fantastic on all of the updated versions.
Right.
So, but then of course we're never going to get like Final Fantasy VII on the DS because it was a PlayStation exclusive. There's no way that Sony are going to let that out of their
I suppose not. But as Stuart said, it's probably coming out for the PS3, and I've got to hope so because I will buy it and play it. Anyway, Stuart, if you hear anything about that, get in contact with us. Maybe ring us up next week if you find anything out, and we'll talk about it further. Yeah.
I mean, I've been keeping track of it. It's big news for me because Final Fantasy VII is what really rocketed me to love gaming.
Yeah, yeah.
And to be honest, right, I've actually been dusting off some of my old PS1 titles.
Right.
Like some of the old Final Fantasies. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I think they're brilliant. So yeah, I'll keep you informed.
Nice one. Cheers, Stuart. Thanks for calling, mate.
Thanks for having me on your show.
All right, no problem. Take care. Call again.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, mate.
All right. Okay. Right. So where were we? What you been playing? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was me.
My turn again, or your turn?
No, it's me. Still. So shut up. Right, I've got to talk about, briefly, I suppose, because I wanted to challenge you on something. But I heard someone, I don't know if it was on RLM UK or if it was someone somewhere, and you know who you are, said, can you please stop talking about Peggle every week? We haven't, have we? I mean, we've mentioned it twice.
In the last 2 shows, but that's only because it's a new game.
Just quickly, I downloaded Peggle for my PC. I couldn't stop playing it. What a beautiful, beautiful game. So much fun. So yeah, I've been hitting that. But I also got it for the DS. Now, I suppose if it's the only version you played of it, it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. But part of Peggle for me was the smoothness of the game and watching the ball roll, and it's graphically it's beautiful as well. You don't get that with the DS. You just don't get that, Michael.
It is very much a simplified version, yeah. But I really like it. I actually showed it to a few kids at school today, and they really are bang into it as well.
Yeah.
We have like a little gamey sort of thing once a week, and kids bring their DSs in, and it's just a little games club basically. So they thoroughly enjoyed it, but I think I'm definitely going to have to move on to the PC version because you've been extolling its merits not only on the show but also when we just sort of like chat off air, because hey, we do that.
£2.13. I think it was £2.13, 16, something like that. £2 something. It. And it's out your PayPal as well, so it's not, you don't get any additional charges with that. It's just £2 odd, and it's well worth getting. Just get it. It's brilliant. Anyway, that's enough Peggle talk. The only other game I've been playing this week, Michael, and you mentioned it last week, but I wasn't here last week, so whatever. GTA Chinatown Wars.
You're a liar.
What do you mean?
You played something else, but we'll talk about that in a minute. GTA Chinatown Wars. Okay, go for it. I've been playing it as well. What do you think?
I'm pretty impressed. I mean, the problem was, I got not into the hype, I read the hype before I uploaded the game. It's not as good as some people are making it out to be. It's not the second coming. Come on. It drops a lot.
It is impressive. That's the word I was looking for. I struggled to find that word last week, but it is impressive what they've managed to do with it, though. You've got to agree with that.
Well, yeah, definitely. I'm not slagging it off. I'm really, really enjoying it. It's just like, some people are going, I can't believe so much crammed into a DS cart. Yeah, well, there's been games that have given me the similar sort of, impression. But no, I was very impressed. The writing's very witty. It's very plain at the start. I was a little bit worried because some people were saying, oh, it's hilarious. And then I played it, and the first hour or so I was like, not so much. But then it starts to pick up, and now there's a spoiler warning here. There's definitely a spoiler warning because the game's only been out, 4 days? About that, yeah. And I've played it quite a while. I don't know how far you've got on, so turn off your radios if you don't want to know anything about the story, and fast forward if you're podcasting. When the girl dies that you meet at the start, there's that Chinese girl that you meet at the start.
Yeah.
Were you as shocked as I was? I mean, I was like, what? No, what?
Yeah, I was, because she was in a lot of the pre-publicity, wasn't she? She was one of the main characters in the pre-publicity, stills and shots. And then when she gets bumped off, 25, half an hour in, it's just like, my God.
Like as if she was just a little person walking down the street that you run over all the way through the game. I was quite shocked. I sat there and I thought, what? No. What? Really?
She'll come back.
But no, it's the first time. That's the first time a game has ever slapped me in the face like that. And so, I mean, and for it to happen on a DS game is quite impressive, right?
That is quite impressive. I mean, it just goes to show that you can have, like, a really quite emotive game on a little portable system like that. It's fantastic. Big fan.
So you've been
I'm going to stop
enjoying
saying
it as well?
fantastic now.
It's fantastic, man. Oh, gnarly. Yeah. You've been playing too much wrestle games. The old wrestle. You've been doing the old wrestle, haven't you?
The old wrestle.
Mick Foley, eh? It's only got a bit of it here.
Oi. Do not bring Mick Foley's name into this. Do not take his
What are you
name in
going to
vain.
do? Power slam me?
I'll lay the smack down on you.
I'll punch you in the face, in the nose. You go straight down. End of
I'll
argument.
hit you with a chair.
Come on then. Any other games you've been playing before we go to the callers?
Talk about what happened a couple of nights ago when someone got a little bit drunk and decided to challenge me to a game of Street Fighter.
What? When was this? Was this Sunday?
This was what? I think this was Sunday night.
I vaguely remember playing you at something. Was it Street Fighter?
It was Street Fighter 4,
Right.
and you, sir, were drunk as a lord.
Yeah, I was pretty drunk. Oh, it was Mother's Day, wasn't it? So I was around my family's.
You were off your face on the boozers.
Yeah, and I got home and had a
look. It's just like, yeah, come on in. Kick you in the face. Oh, look, you've fallen over. Oh, look, kick you in the nuts. Oh, it was the funniest online gaming experience I've had in a very, very long time.
What was the score, Michael?
We had 6 games and it was 3-3 in the end.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Wicked.
You were pretty... There was, you were sort of like going, no, you need to do ultra moves, mate. Ultra! It's just like, your girlfriend, is she asleep? It's just like, yeah, okay, I'm still going to kick your ass. It's just, you're the most belligerent opponent I've ever had in my life.
That's actually quite impressive. Wow, I won a game. I don't even remember the games. I honestly don't even remember the games.
You mocked me because I got my 10 online wins achievement during it, and it's just like, I'm not going to say the word. You.
Did I see? Did I see, Michael?
You call me the W word.
Oh, did I? Well, you are one. That's the end of this one.
But no, it was a very, very funny and enjoyable experience. And I'm actually getting quite competent with Ryu now, which is good. I played Uzi off of Gamerdork last night, and managed to get a couple of matches up against him.
Did you beat him at any point?
I did beat him a couple of times.
Wow,
yeah, so...
and you spent about 400 quid for a stick.
I know. No. He spent £118 because he said it about 4 times.
That's too much. That is far too much.
That is far too much.
Anyway.
I'd still like one. If anybody at Mad Cats wants to send us some,
no one wants to send you anything. Anyway, we've got, we've just been speaking about what we've been playing. Should we find out what my dad's been playing?
Yeah, go for it, sir.
Let's go. So, I'm back again with, John E. Turner, my dad. You alright?
Hello, mate. Alright?
How's your week been? Good?
Not so bad, thanks.
Now, I believe tomorrow it's almost a special day, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
What day is it?
Me birthday, boy, me birthday.
What do you think I got you?
You got me a flat screen TV?
New! You can forget that. So today you're going to be reviewing Flower for us. Now, Flower is, it's very hard to explain. It's a PSN title. You can download it for the PlayStation, from the PlayStation Network. It costs roughly about £3. And you basically control the wind blowing a petal, which, you have to sort of push into other flowers, grab petals, build up, and it's all very very relaxing, very nice game. So what were your initial thoughts of it, Dad? When you first, got the controller in your hand, what were your initial thoughts?
Yeah, the game's great. I was really surprised it brought out my feminine side.
What makes you say that? I mean, is it a feminine game or what?
No, it's just relaxing, isn't it? You just go with the wind.
Go with the flow.
And no, with the wind. I just had a couple of pints last night.
So, I mean, did anything impress you about the game, or?
No, it's just the graphics. I did like the graphics, and I just like the way the game played, really. It was like, mind you, I nearly fell asleep at one point because of the music and that, but no, it's really strange game, but I liked it.
See, I find this quite unbelievable. I mean, Street Fighter, is commonly known, phenomenon. It's like masculine, it's about fighting and stuff. And now you've got Flower. And what you're saying is that you prefer Flower to Street Fighter.
Yeah, I don't need Street Fighter. Flower is a different game. It's quite clever, really, when you think about it.
What's clever about it?
Well, it's just unique in its own, isn't it? It's a different concept, isn't it?
So what you like, and this is crazy, what you like is innovation in video games as opposed to repetition.
Area. Whatever innovation means.
So, okay, what would you think would be the next move? Do you think we'll see something? It's just the first thing that comes to your mind. There's no right or wrong answer. What if you were to ask to come up with an innovative idea such as Flower? What would you would you have any ideas or?
No, not really. I mean, to come up with an idea like Flower, you've got to be a bit strange anyway, haven't you, to start with. But,
what do you mean strange?
Who would sit down and think, oh, I know, I'll have a game with a petal, blowing it in the wind to brighten up other flowers. It's got to be some sort of green thing, innit? I would have thought, you know.
You're talking about the marijuana?
No, the other, like, Greenpeace and all that problems.
Do you think Flower is propaganda put out by Greenpeace?
No, it's not propaganda, but I think it's for tree huggers as well, and I reckon the old roll mop crew will like it as well.
But then, like, if it's for tree huggers, and you tend to like it, then, so you're a tree hugger?
Well, I fancy that oak down the road, yeah.
Right, so again, this is the probably the most important part of the review, Dad. We need a score out.
A new sink.
We need a score out of 10. What would you give it?
Oh, for me at the moment, I don't know how long the playability. You know what I'm saying? How long it'd last until you get fed up with it. But I can see myself picking this game up now and again if I've got the up with the old woman. You know what I mean?
It's so what to sort of relax you.
Yeah, to relax me. So I'll give it 7.
7 out of 10?
Yeah, because I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, we call that an OLL.
What?
We call that an OLL. Do you know One Life Left?
I've heard of it, but it's probably one of your poxy games anyway.
No, it's not a game, it's a rival radio show.
Oh, it must be one of them poxy rival radio shows.
That's the one. Well, thanks very much. Any message?
What do you mean you give it an OLL?
You've given it an OLL, a 7 out of 10.
What's that got to do with... No, I'm not with it.
All right, never mind. So, have you got anything to say to listeners before we cut you off again and go back to more name ramblings in the studio?
No, you carry on with what you do best.
Yeah, John Turner there. He actually liked Flower. Can you believe that?
I'm not shocked, but I am. My brain is now fried. It's absolutely melted that your dad is, this man who adores the football games, the man who loves kicking crap out of people on Street Fighter, etc. And then he picks up something like as different and strange and curious as Flower, and then goes, yeah, I like it.
Oh,
so fair play to him. Good work on him, man.
I know, unbelievable. Anyway, we'll be taking your calls after this.
Part of the Something Corporation. Can't get your gadgets to work properly? Or want to know how to choose the best technology for you and how to get it at the best possible price? Either way, you can get the impartial, jargon-free tech advice in plain English on thegadgetdetective.com. There are no charges, subscriptions or fees to pay. You don't even have to register to receive free help. Simply go to gadgetdetective.com, click on free tech advice and type your question. So, get your free tech advice today. Visit gadgetdetective.com. GadgetDetective.com, making sense of technology. Joypod with Elmo and Michael. Play Talk UK.
Oh, yeah. Joypod with Elmo and Michael. Sorry?
My mic's on there, wasn't it? Me singing away.
Yeah, it was. It was horrible. We have my favourite part of the show now. It's listener interaction time. So get in contact. Give us a call on 01243 55 61 61. Email talk@playradiouk.com or give us a call on Skype. It's play.radio.uk. We have a few topics to throw out there. First of all, on a side, this isn't a topic, but if you've been playing football games all of your life, if you've been playing football games since you've been a kid, can you give me a call, please? 01243 55 61 61. I've got something to ask you. I just want to try and confirm that I'm not mental. So if you could please give us a call on that. That's a little bit of a, a side.
We could be here for a while if we're trying to confirm that.
Well, yeah, but, well, no, yeah, no. And the topics today, right? I want to know your gaming lies. Have you ever lied about playing a game? Have you ever lied about completing a game? Have you ever heard someone lie? Have you ever heard, and found out that someone's been lying about a video game for a long time? Has someone said, oh yeah, I've played this game, and this game, and it turns out they don't even own a console. I want to hear from you. This comes after remembering a little story of mine, Mike, right?
Do tell. I'll settle in, right?
You know when you're growing up, and this is quite a horrible thing to say, because I'm a poor guy. Like, I grew up, on bread and butter. Now,
Hang on, I'm just looking for my really small violin so I can play the saddest tune in the world.
I'm not saying that. I don't really care. I didn't deserve money. I was a horrible child.
Well, yeah, you're a horrible grown-up.
Yeah, that's not wrong. But, like, there was always the poor kid of the group. Do you know what I mean? Like, in your group of friends, when you were growing up, there was always, like, a poor kid. And, for us, I won't say his name, but he was a lovely guy. And we really got on. Now, when we were all getting Sega Saturns, just when they were coming out, like, we were scrimping and scraping, and I think I got mine for Christmas. I think Mum put it on the card and paid it off for about 4 years. I think she's still paying off the Sega Saturn, but then again, I think Sega are as well. Anyway, listen.
Move on.
So like, we were all getting Sega Saturns, all getting really excited. Anyway, this guy invited us over to his house. Now, it was a po man's house, right? Which is this is fine. It makes me sound extremely arrogant, but like, we walked in and he had a brand new Sega Saturn sitting there, right?
Right.
He also had, Virtua Cop, 1 or 2, I can't remember, I think it was 1.
I think it was just 1, wasn't it? Yeah.
And he had both, like, 2 light guns, and we just thought, hold on here, what's going on? This is a bit, how has he got it? Now this guy...
Where's this bit stolen from?
Exactly, and he was proper dodgy like that, so, we knew he'd stolen it, and, but we wanted to try and catch him out, so I said to him, how'd you get hold of this, man? Like, that's really cool. And he said, and I swear this is true, and at the time, I didn't think too much of it, but looking back, like, I should have punched him there and then. He said he was walking down a road on his estate, and he walked down an alley and he saw a bag, and he walked up to the bag, and inside it was a Sega Saturn and various, games and controllers and all of this stuff, and written on the bag was, please take for free. Now, looking back on that is horrendous. What was he thinking when he said that? What was going through his little mind when he thought,
please take?
I don't want to be known.
Free.
I don't want to be known as a thief, because then they won't invite me over, and I that's basically my food source, is by going to friends' houses, and so he was obviously ashamed of it. But to lie like that was incredible. So anything along those lines, please give us a call. What's your topic?
My one's about magazines. This was suggested actually by Adam off of GameStyle.
Right.
He said basically, like, great magazines of the past. I mean, I remember like magazines like The One, which I believe Simon Byron, who we've mentioned before, he was involved in The One.
Razzle, but I don't think Simon Byron was involved in that
that's
one
of your favourites. Well, Playboy for the articles. But mainly, I'm looking for, have you ever been in the pages of a magazine? Have you ever had, like, your name mentioned in a gaming magazine? Maybe in the letters page? Have you been interviewed? Going way back, like for, games magazines like Games Master and all the sort of, shall we say, slightly not as good as Edge ones. When they do like fan art and drawings and things?
Yeah.
Have you ever had one
of those
drawings put in?
You special. Did you have a photo put into the... Really?
No, because I was talking to a couple of people about this at work, and they were saying, oh yeah, I had drawings put in magazines when I was younger, and it's just like, I did send them when I was a tragic child, but I never had it published, so they must have been just really crap.
I got Star Letter in official PlayStation magazine one month.
Did you get anything for that?
Yes, I got £50. 50
50 English pounds.
No, it wasn't 50. It was a voucher for Virgin Megastores. 50 quids. But more on that next week. I will I will explain more on that next week. That's next week's topic.
That's all right. Also, I want to challenge you to a game, please. And anybody who calls in, I will happily challenge them as well. Right, this is the game, as suggested by Johnster. Okay, the rules are as follows. I mention any game at all, yeah?
Yeah.
You take the last letter of said game, and you have to come up with another title of a game which that starts with.
Right, so you can't ring up twice, and you can't go twice, and I can't go twice. So you set us off. And then
you can't,
we'll get the
you can't say the same one. You can't repeat them either. Okay. And you've only got 5 seconds. So I'll start with something simple.
No, hold on. No, not between me and you. This is boring. Let's keep it ongoing.
No. We need to show people how it's played. Plus, I'd like to see if I can win because it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, but what I'm suggesting is that you mention one, then we let a caller mention one, and then the next caller can mention one, and then I'll mention one.
Okay,
and
so
we'll
we're going to
keep
string it all the way through the show.
To the end of the show. How cool is that?
All right, I like that. Okay.
Nice production meeting on Saturday. This wasn't mentioned, but go on.
No, okay, right. I'm going to look through my rather large pile of games.
No, just say a game title. You don't even need to. Just say a game title.
Okay, then Rock Band.
Rock Band. So D. Anyone? So the next caller has to mention a title for him to continue, or her. We ain't sexist here. All of you know.
Are sexy though.
I'm a little bit sexy. Then you have to come out with a D. Okay. So the way to contact us: 01243 55 61 61. Email talk@playradiouk.com or Skype play.radio.uk. We're accepting your calls now. We want to hear from you. Especially if stop that.
And
especially if you've been playing football games since you were a kid. I really want to hear from you. Okay?
I'm just going to pull my microphone down when you don't want to listen to me.
Go on then.
Of course, because I'm in the luxury Joypod mansion in our external studio, what you can do also is get us on Twitter, Idle Michael. Send us a message. We've had a few in already. Would you like me to say about them, sir?
Can I read this out before you go to them?
Yeah,
sorry, this is well disjointed, but we've had an email from Adam Capone saying, which comedian loves playing Peggle?
I don't know.
Simon Peggle.
He's not a comedian. He's an actor.
Yeah, I know. I thought that when I read it. It was rubbish. Okay, so what sort of tweets have we got? And you can also tweet me at David Turner's, all one word. But carry on.
This is true. Well, this one has actually been sent to you, but he's on my feed as well. This is from Paul. He says, "Gaming lies, saying that I hadn't been playing World of Warcraft for 12 hours straight."
Oh, that is.
I can sympathise. I reckon I could definitely sympathise. Maybe last year, because I easily did a couple of 12-hour sessions on that.
Did you really do a 12-hour?
I had no life. Come on. I had no life at all.
No, clearly not. That's an outrageous thing to do. 12 hours,
It was the summer holidays. I was bored. I couldn't help it.
Although, to be fair, I've probably done a 12-hour session on Time Splitters 2, which is a terrible game. So, I kind of understand that. Man,
we've also got this one from a day-to-day guy about magazines. Says, magazines will always be a way to kill time when there's no net access. But since the intro of downloadable demos, they've kind of lost the appeal. Now, see, I like the whole magazines thing because, when you're on the toilet, you can't exactly see the internet on the toilet.
Yes, you can. Wi-Fi.
Actually, yeah, you can.
I do it regularly.
Got my iPod Touch and you've got your iPhone.
Yeah, exactly. I do it.
But, it's nice looking at pretty pictures and looking at things like that. So, yeah.
Pretty pictures.
Pretty pictures and words. I don't understand what all the words mean, but I like reading them.
While taking a...
Dirty.
While taking a dirty. Oh, that is appalling behaviour. Anything else?
That's it for now. Anything from your side?
Email from James Farley. Yeah, I think we should actually mention that. Michael's not in the studio with me, otherwise there would have been beatings aplenty already. He's actually at home Skyping in. That's why that keeps happening. And when Michael sort of goes to say... He's very sort of self-conscious, Michael, and he'll go to say something, then wuss out, because he knows that I'm the more dominant human being.
Yeah, well, I'm bigger than you.
You are.
And when I'm in the studio next time, I'm going to beat the crap out of you with a chair.
It's all wobble. That's the difference. We've got an email from James Farley. He says, Elmo's dad is clearly a much more complicated man than people give him credit for. I have a newfound respect for him. Get him to play Nobby Nobby Boy next.
Have you been playing Nobby Nobby Boy?
I played it last night.
Because Capone actually mentioned, he sort of mentioned on Twitter that you've been playing Nobby Nobby Boy. He caught you playing.
He's such a weirdo. Yeah, I sat and played it for ages.
He's stalking you.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I hate my life. And
it's as bloody odd and curious as it should be, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I found a windmill in the game and then sort of wrapped Nobby Nobby Boy around the windmill, and that was it. I loved it. Don't ask me why. Hello, is that Gary? We have Gary on Skype.
I was hoping to keep my name anonymous.
Not too late for that. Were you going to do it?
Susan, it's on Skype. Hello, Susan.
Hello there.
What can we do for you, Susie?
No, see, you were talking about gaming lies.
Lies.
Lies, yeah. I have a small confession.
Excellent. And we've just exposed you. This is going to be good.
Yeah, this is going to be terrible. The people involved know this, okay?
Okay.
But when I was 12, I had a Spectrum 48K.
Yeah.
And,
rubber keyboard?
Well, yeah. Oh no, I have my own keyboard. I put a much better keyboard on top of it, which is really sad. But that isn't the confession.
That should be.
I wanted a game so badly. I think it was like Arkanoid 2.
The Revenge of Doe. I remember it well.
Yeah, because I really liked Arkanoid, so I thought I'd buy the sequel. But I didn't have enough money, and being of that age, I kind of found out where my mum kept her spare change.
No, dude, no!
And I stole. I admitted it to her because, of course, I'm a terrible liar.
You're a terrible human being, Gary. That is shocking.
No, but the thing is, as well, what the absolute justice is, it broke my Spectrum a couple of times. It constantly came up with the old classic R-type loading error, and occasionally would make the screen just go. Because obviously the game knew that I was dishonest. I confronted and confessed this to my mother and then paid her back, obviously.
Do you know what's great?
Criminal on air.
Everyone,
bad human. Susan.
Everyone else in your school was stealing money from their parents to go and get fags, booze, and porno mags. You it's to get a video.
To get Arkanoid too. Oh dear. But
Susan, how much was it? How much did you steal out of your mum's purse?
Well, it was £4. In those days, decent games were only about 3 or 4 quid, weren't they?
Oh, was it one of the releases, one of the cheap re-releases then?
You could get the budget games for about $2.99 from Smith's.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, no, I didn't. The normal games were about $9.99, which in today's terms is about 50 quid. In today's money. And no, I just say I felt really bad. But this was one of those things where you kind of see a thing and you think, I must have that, and I haven't got the money. And everyone's talking. I mean, Arkanoid 2 was hardly a game that broke the world record for the best game.
Certainly didn't.
At the time. And you were talking as well about computer game magazines. I heard that.
Yeah, we were. Now you've mentioned on the show before that you were a work experience at magazine.
I was very lucky to do work experience but it was 2 places. Well, it was one place, it was 2 magazines, Sinclair User, and Computer and Video Games. I believe CMVG is still going.
It is. I don't know, is it still under the same company, but it's been running since what pretty much feels like the beginning of time.
Yeah, and that was one of the very first, along with like Crash, very first computer game magazines. But I am the proud owner of Crash of Crash #1.
Oh.
Which I believe is worth a pretty penny on eBay if I ever decide to
probably worth
catch
a penny. You're right. It's probably worth that whole penny. But that's pretty cool. I do like those first issue magazines. I don't know. They're full of such hope. Like when you read like Edge 1, it's full of such hope and wonder. And then
Edge. Do you know what the main focus is in Edge issue 1?
No, go on.
How the 3DO is going to destroy the world of video games.
The problem with Edge, and I think I bought it for about 6 or 7 episodes, very much up its own rear end.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It was the best thing to ever happen.
Well, we've had, what's the, oh God, this is embarrassing. What's the editor of Edge, Mike?
Tony Mott.
Tony Mott. Yeah, we've had Tony Mott on the show a couple of times, so maybe we'll have to try and drag him back into it.
Yeah, no, originally when it started, it was like this flashy kind of magazine. I don't know, I haven't picked up an issue recently, so.
Yeah. Okay, well, Gary, before we boot you off for being a dirty criminal, I've got two things to say. The first being Aaron's just Skyped in saying, I can't believe Gary had a Spectrum. Sad. What? It calls you a sad ass. It says the C64 was where it was at. Get with the program.
No, sorry. Commodore 64. Bad music, bad graphics, no gameplay. Get out of town, Aaron.
See, Format Wars is bad enough on the internet. Not having it from like 80 years ago or whatever. And you need to
go to Betamax. They were better.
You need to name a game beginning with D, Gary, before we can let you go.
Dizzy.
Dizzy. Right, so Y is next. Well, thanks very much for your call, Gary. Keep listening. We'll speak to you soon.
Ta-ta, fellas.
Bye. Just before we go for the break, we have someone on the phones who's been waiting a while. Thanks for holding on. Hello on the phones. He didn't hold on. He gave up after 5 minutes. That's fantastic.
Well done there. No, it's good. You know, I remember the old days of Sinclair User and towards the end of like Sinclair User's life, they'd give away tapes on the front cover, and you'd get like about 15 games, like full proper games with it.
Wow!
I didn't have to bloody games at all. It was brilliant. Brilliant. Also, Spectrums were better than Commodore 64s because you could get much more heft behind somebody when you hit them over the head with it, as I've mentioned in previous shows.
So what? Like I didn't ask you at the time, but when you hit him on the back of the head with your Spectrum, like what was his reaction?
Mainly crumpling onto the floor in a heap of tears and blood.
He was bleeding, like, really?
Well, that's what happens when you whack somebody upside the head with a very large piece of metal and plastic.
Mike, that's a terrible thing to do.
I was a very violent child. On the Twitter, this is from Johnny. He says, with regards to gaming lies, at school, about 17 kids in my year claimed to have Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter 2 from their uncle's friend.
Alright.
We had that a lot as well. Anyway, if you want to get in touch with us, it's very, very simple. All you have to do is just give us a shout. You can email us at talk@playradiouk.com.
That's the one.
Get us on the telephone, 01423 55 61 61, and you can Skype in just like Susan did there at play.radio.uk. This is Joypod. Hooray!
It is. Just before we go for the break, Andrew Crisp has emailed in saying, we can't see you on the webcam. Well, A, I don't know why you want to, and B, it's because we're in Studio B now, I think it's called, and the webcam is frozen. Well, I think so. That was the last time I checked. It shows someone sort of reaching for their bag and someone leaning over a desk at the moment in the background. But I'm sure they're going to get that all sorted. Break.
Part of the Something Corporation.
If you're looking for a sailing adventure that will take you on the ultimate voyage of discovery, then the Jubilee Sailing Trust is for you. On one of our voyages, you can learn the historic art of sailing a tall ship and be involved in almost every activity on board, including taking the helm, setting sails and keeping watch, regardless of your physical ability. So if you want to share in the adventure and challenge of sailing a tall ship on the open seas, just go to www.jst.org.uk. The Jubilee Sailing Trust. Life-changing experiences for all abilities.
The home of free speech. Radio you won't hear anywhere else. Play Talk UK. Joypod with Elmo and Michael.
Back already, Michael. Back already, Michael.
What?
Back already, Michael. Right, so we're going to try some new things, because this is the second hour, right? This is unforeseen territory.
This is new territory. By now, this is just us starting, really, isn't it?
So we're going to try new things, and one of those things is the news. Now, we will have proper all bed and stuff, like, next week when we can be asked to sort things out, but...
you need a bed. I sent it to you.
So let me try just a jingle to start. Oh, no, it's a Michael with the news. You talk.
I had more something along the lines of live from the studios of Talk UK.
Which is why
this is the Joypod News Network with Michael Fox. Something like that.
That's why we don't let you do anything here. So, right, okay, news, go. What's happening in the world of video games, Michael?
Right, so Brand new news as of today. Bethesda is working on a fix for the Pit downloadable content for the Xbox 360 version of Fallout 3, which went live today to widespread complaints about crashes and bugs. The game, awarded most boring time sink of 2008 by Joypod's very own Michael Fox,
You're an idiot.
really needs to be extended by about another 4,000 hours, but slavering Fallout fans are up in arms as the DLC just doesn't bloody work.
Really?
It would appear that around 200 meg of the file has gone missing. The PC DLC, which works fine, clocks in at about 680, while the 360 version has significantly less. Those who spent 800 moon points are naturally a little bit pissed off, but Bethesda's promise that a fix will be released as soon as possible. What say you, sir?
First of all, sorry for sneaking at me. I don't know what it was. I forgot that, because there's no bedding or anything. I just thought it was a normal part of the show. Really? No! They should do that on, like, real news and that. Like, like, you know, Fox News or the BBC or whatever.
Just have some bloke talking in the background.
Really? No! I sounded like my mum when she watches it. No!
It's a bit of a joke, really, isn't it? I'm not obviously, I'm not the biggest Fallout 3 fan in the world, but the fact that they've managed to release the downloadable content and it doesn't work,
well,
is a bit of a shocker.
It does make you wonder about testing, doesn't it? I mean, I don't understand it because it's what? I mean, God, come on.
That's really in-depth reportage there. Well done, mate. Shall I move on to the next story?
Yeah.
Okay. Gamers Development Conference has kicked off over in sunny San Francisco, over in that there US of A. While half the internet is pinning their hopes on some exclusive announcements of upcoming titles, the more sane among us know that E3 is not really that far away, and the big companies will be holding back on big news until then. Highlights at the moment include Nintendo Satoru Iwata shamelessly hawking the new DSi, Team Ico having a panel and saying absolutely sod all, and Hideo Kojima swearing that there'll be no more Metal Gear Solid games. But hey, Nobby Nobby Boy's girl is well over 1 billion kilometres now.
Really? So it's been a bit of a non-event?
Pretty much. There hasn't been much in the way of big announcements. No. There is a little thing that's going around that's been mentioned called OnLive, which is basically being able to run quite hefty powered PC games on not exactly hefty PCs. It all sort of streams from a central server, basically, from what I can see. But that's probably the most interesting thing that I've found out at the moment.
See, I think the thing is that it's been announced that E3 is going to be a bigger event this year, because last year it was absolutely appalling, and it looked like all the big announcements were going from this, like, sort of rundown E3 to GDC. And I think E3 just went, hold on, come back here a minute. And they changed it so, you know, that it was more of an event again. So I think everyone's waiting out for E3. And not only that, E3 is closer. Alright, it's not, you know, there's not much in it, but E3 is closer to Christmas. So maybe they were thinking, you know, like the gap between GDC and the sort of main period when these games are coming out, that it's too large. So if we leave it off to E3, which is now a bigger event than the smaller one from before, but not quite as big as all of that, maybe that's what they were thinking. And, you know, it'd be interesting to see. That's my mission to get me and you to go to E3 next year. This year.
Can you imagine Joypod live at E3? That'd be a horrific and hellish thing.
It wouldn't happen. So get that
It'd be funny.
Idea out your head. But no, like, I would like to go just to wander about and that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That'd be wicked.
Story number 3. Resident Evil 5's much vaunted versus modes, why the hell wasn't it included in the damn game anyway, asked Joypod, has shockingly enough been delayed. While it was supposed to roll out this Thursday, Capcom have announced that it's being held back until April. The 2 new modes, a points accumulating zombie slaughterfest and a kill your opponent sneak extravaganza, will cost you 400 moon points on the 360 or $5 on PS3. In other DLC news, Left 4 Dead looks to be getting its downloadable content in April as well. I know which one I want more, because Resident Evil 5 is boring.
Right, okay, so what are you going to get out of the DLC for Left 4 Dead? Nothing.
For Left 4 Dead, well, okay, it opens up the 2 other versus maps.
Yep, versus mode is rubbish, so...
It's not rubbish, it's fun. You have no sense of humour at all in you sour-faced old curmudgeon.
What are you talking about? When you play that game, you are so bloody serious.
Because I'm so bloody good at it.
You're really not, Michael. You're really not.
You tard.
You're really, really not. Is that it? Is that all you got?
That's all my news. 3 stories, that's the one. So,
okay, cool. Right, so if you've got any comments about that, do whatever. Also, I still want to hear from someone that's been playing football games all their life. So, 01243 55 61 61. I want to hear from you because I've got a question to ask. And it's going to expose me a little bit. I'm going to come off bad from it, I know, but I need to know whether I am just mental or not. Also, we're talking about gaming lies. Have you told one? Have you heard one? Have you discovered that a friend has been lying about video games for a long time? And have you ever been in a video games magazine? No? Not want to comment on that, Michael?
Well, I've not been in one, so I can't really comment that much, can I?
Hello, line 4.
Do you really have 4 lines?
We have 4 lines. We have loads of lines here, brother.
Alright. I hope it's not lines of drugs.
No, I leave that to Michael. He's the party animal of the duo here. Who's on the phone there?
Does he deal it to the kids at school?
Probably. I just haven't put it past him. He does worse things to him. What can we do for you?
You said you wanted someone to call up who's been playing netball games all their life, is that right?
No, that is not right.
Okay. By the way, that comment there was just for your listeners from that fine gaming forum who don't like the comedy callers.
Well, that is another one for them to sort of list up as a bad comedy call, isn't it?
Yeah. I just thought I'd do a perfectly weak, easy one just for them. Anyway, yes, football games.
So, have you been playing them for a long time?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Exposing myself a little bit here. So, please bear with me. I need to know, this is bad, because I still do it a little bit. Have you ever commentated, when there's no one else around, and your house is empty or whatever, have you ever commentated over the game yourself?
Not since FIFA 95.
But you did do it?
Yeah, oh god, yeah, when it was like FIFA International and then FIFA 95, all the time.
And you used to sit playing and going, oh, that was a great pass over to...
Even though you got like Leeds United on it, it wasn't the proper player's name, so I would look at what player picked up the ball and what position on the pitch and commentate as though it was Leeds United players with the ball.
Fantastic, I'm not the only one then, because I was playing FIFA the other day, and I know this is, nowadays, and I'm a lot older and it's kind of pathetic, but I was playing FIFA the other day, and I was sitting there just went, oh, sir... big game for Millwall, and I just stopped and went, what am I doing? That's mental. But I'm not...
join us here at some football grounds.
But you do! Like, honestly, people do!
David Turner, successful young upcoming manager here at Millwall, leading the charge to the Division 1 title.
But it's been proven now, I'm not the only one. And that's another thing, you refer to your own name quite a bit. Did you used to go, when you were playing the old FIFA, and you had your own, did you used to say, like, I sit there and go, oh, well, manager David Turner there, he's pulled off that player, isn't it? Well, actually, that sounded disgusting. One sec. He goes, oh, yeah, David Turner there, he's made a good sub there, and he's gone on to score a goal, so fans seem to like him, they're chanting his name. No?
I can't believe that for 2.5 years you've been saying that I'm this absolute tragic loser, and now, finally, you've outed yourself as even worse.
Michael, I guarantee more people have commentated over their own football games than done the sort of sad, disgusting crap that you've done. Guaranteed, 120%.
Thanks for that.
Anyway, thanks, caller. You need to come up with a video game beginning with the letter Y, if you can.
Before I get on to that, can I just give out a shout-out to my boy Aaron, the Spectrum user, and say that Gary is sad for saying that a Commodore had inferior graphics and sound to the Spectrum. Surely they were just the same, weren't they?
Yeah, well, Gary is a very sad man.
And they weren't the same.
Weren't they?
No, it's massive differences. There was like sprites, they all look completely different. I think the Commodore 64 could hold more colour-y type things on screen. But there you go.
Well, I know about the Commodore 64 from playing around friends' houses, doing Ghostbusters.
So, caller, video game beginning with Y.
Beginning with Y?
Gonna have to cut you off then. Gonna have to say goodbye. What, Yeti?
Yeah, Yeti's an absolute brilliant game.
We go to the panel. Michael, have you heard of the game Yeti?
I'd like a little bit more information on this game, Yeti. I want a format, I want a genre, please.
It was on the Commodore 64 back in the late 80s.
Everything was on the Commodore 64. Left 4 Dead, Commodore 64. Rock Band, Commodore 64. Tell me more about it. What was in it? What was it about?
Well, it was based on the Doctor Who game. Doctor Who, the Yetis and that.
Yeah, we were also talking about gaming lies, and I think we've just found one. Thank you very much, caller. Oh dear. Well, that was
way to alienate the audience. Oh,
I don't care.
Yes,
Michael, can you confirm that with us? Because if that caller was right, then we're going to look pretty stupid there.
Okay, right. You're going to have to fill in though while I go on Wikipedia.
Well, I'll just talk to my other caller. Hello, line 5. Hello, on line 5 on the phones. Are you there? Do you reckon they just get really tired on the phones?
I think they get really, really bored, and then it all just goes a bit wrong.
Well, we've got another call anyway. Hello on the phones.
You're in the movies!
Oh, nice one, caller. That is...
IGN.com.
So, S is the next phone call, people. You're in the movies, which a friend of the show, I think we can call him a friend of the show, actually worked on, Mr. Steve Curran. Hello, Steve, if you're listening. Probably not.
Okay, that's 2 people from One Life Earth we've mentioned. Is there any way we can surreptitiously slip the 3rd in?
Yeah.
As it were.
Oh, and Scandal. Right, okay, we've got an email from Adam Radcliffe saying, I want your opinion. So what do you think of PlayStation Home? Well... Yeah, well, we've mentioned it before. It's pretty poor. It's pretty
now, actually, with regards to PlayStation Home, in a bid to try and make it a little bit more, well, to put some content on it, they're actually launching an alternate reality game called, from what I can work out, Z. It's spelled X-I, anyway. Having been someone who used to work on alternate reality games on Perplex City all those years ago, I'd actually be quite interested in it if I had a PlayStation 3.
Oh, would you?
But I just don't know if it's going to work or not. We'll have to...
trust me, when you see the interface and how the actual system works, forget it. It's awful.
The only good thing about PlayStation Home is doing the Running Man dance.
Yeah, and I was thinking that the other day, like, this is really sad as well. Because someone mentioned, I don't know who it was, someone mentioned on Twitter, said something like, I think it was Campfire Burning, I'm not going to stop until you two are presenting Big Brother's Big Mouth. Which I think is the overall goal of our career, right? And I was thinking about, they do the, they do those links before. Oh, coming up a little bit later, we're going to be talking about, who's stuck what up in this time.
About Large Eric and how he's eaten all of the food in the house.
So what I was thinking is that you could present that bit, and then I'd get a whole load of people to do that PlayStation Home. I'm doing it now. I don't know why. The PlayStation Home Running Man in the background. So always thinking, Michael. Always thinking. That's the difference between me and you, Sunshine.
Campfire Burning is saying that we are basically going to be the new Horn and Corden.
No.
Well, because they presented Big Brother's Big Mouth, and I'm fat and you're ugly, so it's all right.
You are a fat man.
We've got confirmation. Right, I was looking on Wikipedia.
Yeah, Yeti exists, doesn't it?
Yeah, he does exist. Mr. Hendo, he sent in a little link for me off Game FAQs. Yes, it does indeed. It's a 2D action platformer on the Commodore 64.
Yeah, whatever, but we accepted you're in the movies, so it's S is the next game.
It's next.
Also, keep contacting. If you used to commentate yourself over a video, like over a football game, I want to hear from you. I want to hear if there's anything different you done. Did you put yourself in a team and constantly refer to yourself as the commentator, or what? Or were you just the commentator? Hello, this is you're listening to David Turner on Sky Sports. I trust me, Michael. This is quite a. This is.
The question is it just limited to football games?
Yes, definitely. I haven't commentated it over anything else. Honestly.
Not like a wrestling game or anything.
Oh, Michael, so you have, yeah?
I might have pretended to be Jim Ross once in a while, commenting over SmackDown when I was younger. A very, very stupid voice. Oh my God, he's flying through the air! Oh my God, his face is bloody and open! Oh, it's all over the shop.
Who's that one? The King or something?
Jerry the King Lawler?
That's the one.
No, he's more like puppies, puppies. He loves the ladies' boobs. You see, so he shouts puppies.
Who doesn't?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Who bloody well doesn't?
I love them so much. I grew 2 of my own. That threw you.
Didn't throw me at all. I just thought you were very weird. Hello on the phones.
Hi, I've just been Googling Yeti for Commodore 64, and it does indeed exist.
I know, we've just found out. We've had about 3 emails, a couple of tweets. Yeti does exist. However, we accepted you're in the movie, so S must stand, I'm afraid.
Well, I just like to clear my name and say I wasn't lying when I said Yeti.
No, you weren't lying, and we thank you for the backup. But now, as you're back on the phone, you have to give us a game beginning with S.
With what?
S.
S.
S for...
Sonic the Hedgehog.
No! I didn't know what S... I was saying, you saying S as in like fish, or S for like soil.
Yeah, S for soil.
So it's S. Can I perhaps say Sonic the Hedgehog?
You can. Thanks for your call.
Thank you.
You penis giving that away.
Yeah,
right, as
whatever.
you gave that away, you have to come up with another one beginning with G.
I'll come back to me on that one. Come back to me on that one.
No, because right now you're leaving it open for the callers now. That's bad. You're a bad person.
Hello, we've got Oliver on the Skype. Hello, Oliver.
Hello. We got past You're in the Movies.
Yes, we have. We're on G now.
Oh, cock.
No, that's not a video game, and it doesn't begin with a G, but try again.
Grand Theft Auto,
I know
Chinatown
what.
Wars.
Grand Theft Auto... No, what are you doing? Shut up, Michael. Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars for the DS. That's an S. Back to S again. And you can't... Right, okay, let's say this as well. You can't have sequels. That is out. Because if someone rings up and says Sonic the Hedgehog 2, they can bloody well hang up. I ain't interested.
But they could have Sonic Unleashed or whatever it was called.
Sonic Unleashed? Yeah, no, because it's technically a sequel. No, I'm not having that. We've got to be strict on this, Michael. Games...
You, sir, are
rules,
a tool, because you just said Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, which is what, number 9 in the series?
Yeah, but it was the first Grand Theft Auto mentioned, you simpleton. Anyway, Oliver, sorry you have to hear this little argument between me and my wife. What can I do for you?
Fact how this was, well, not my idea, it was Johnny's idea, but you're making up rules for it.
He's still talking. Right, Oliver, how can we help you?
I just want to back up that Michael's also a simpleton because he doesn't like Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, now, I've got to agree with him. Although, to be fair, I've only played the demo, so I'll be open to say I haven't played the full game. I don't really intend to, if I'm totally honest, but I can't really comment on it. So how are you finding it, Oliver?
I'm loving it. I'm assuming Michael's problems with the controls?
Yeah, it's a bit too... I'm not the most dexterous of people, unfortunately. I'm a bit crap at it. I don't like the fact that I've got limited ammo. I don't like the fact you've got limited item slots, that sort of stuff. It's just not my kind of game. I realise that it is, for a lot of people, it is a great game. I realise that. And it looks so pretty. It's so lovely to look at. But for me, it's just not all that. But Oliver, tell us, why do you think it's fantastic? Oh, I said the word again. Balls.
Well, I think the controls have improved greatly from Resident Evil 4.
Really?
I mean, you used to shoot with the X button, and that was just ridiculous.
Yeah, you need the trigger action these days. But then the whole start-stop thing, the fact that you can't run and shoot, do you get used to that, or do you find that, irritates you?
I personally think it builds to the tension, and most people say it's just an action game.
Yeah.
But I still find it scary.
Still
means I'm a bit of a pussy, but I like it.
Well, fair enough then. I mean, you can't complain with that one. Well, so how far into the game have you got? Have you completed it yet?
No, I really just started it. It came from play.com today.
Ah, right, okay, fair enough. So you've only played the
first chapter, still in the village.
We'll tell you what, give us a call next week and we want to find out how you're getting on with it, okay?
Alright, no worries.
Nice one. Cheers for the call, Oliver.
It would be good to hear like a positive sort of spin on it, because obviously I'm not a big fan of it. Elmo, you're not a big fan of it either.
No.
But it would be nice to hear somebody who actually likes it to tell us what they think about it.
Yeah, okay. Give us a call next week, Oliver, yeah?
Yeah, no worries. I've got to plug scramblepixel.com again.
Every week. Love him for it.
Yeah.
Okay, see you later, Oliver. Hello on the phones?
Hello.
Hello, who am I speaking to?
This is Gary from the Luton.
Hello, Gary from the Luton. How's it going, mate?
It's good, thank you. It's good, thank you. I was ringing up really to... did I hear some Muppet earlier come on and diss the Commodore 64?
I think you did. I think you did.
How dare he? Look, just one simple way of looking at this, right? Can you get Spectrum games to download on WiiWare?
Yeah, well, can you, Michael?
No, you can't actually. I know Commodore 64 games you can, but I don't think Specky games are available.
I rest my case.
And he rests his case. Let's go for a break, and we'll be right back after these.
Part of the Something Corporation. For more details, go to something.info.
Ever imagined yourself behind the wheel of a Ferrari, Aston Martin or Lamborghini? We'll turn it into a reality with an everyman driving experience. Take control of a Mini from £30, a Ferrari from £75, or try the Audi R8 Thrill experience from £99. We can also offer that extra special gift this Christmas with one of our driving experience vouchers. For more details or to book, call the company with 25 years in the business. Everyman Driving Experiences on 01 455 841 670 or go to www.everymanracing.co.uk. Your driving adventure starts here.
The only way you're going to have your chance of winning millions is by getting a lottery ticket. Imagine, no more work? Just click on the National Lottery at playradiouk.com/advert. Joypod with Elmo and Michael. Play Talk UK.
Okay, contact us 01243 55 61 61. Email talk@playradiouk.com and Skype play.radio.uk.
Excellent.
And who has contacted
you, sir, have screwed up.
Go on.
You let Gary and Luton go without doing the next game in the game.
Oh, I did. But we've got a replacement, so whatever. Hello, Adam Capone, who joins us.
Hey there. That was well confusing with the time thing. It's like being in that episode of Lost.
Did you have your media player on?
Yeah.
If you're Skyping us in or calling us up, turn your bloody media player off. Otherwise you'll sound like Capone Adam does right now.
Really confused.
Okay, Adam, before we let you continue, you need to come up with a game that starts with the letter S.
Sensible.
Sensible. I think he's just actually dropped off and we just heard sensible. You still there, Adam?
Yeah, sensible soccer.
Sensible soccer, that ends with an R. R. Right, so what can we do for you on today of all days, Capone?
Well, I've got a gaming lie that I'd like to admit to.
Go for it, mate.
For quite a while, people keep asking me, do you still use Wii Fit? And I keep saying, yeah, every now and again I use it, but I don't Joypod. I haven't used it for about 8 months now.
Is this Wii Fit or the Wii?
Wii Fit.
So, have you turned into a larger gentleman?
In what way?
Well, have you put on weight because of it?
I don't know, because I haven't checked my BMI.
Because he hasn't weighed himself.
That's depressing. But
I don't have a proper weighing scale, so I just use the Wii. But because I haven't used it for 8 months, I don't know how heavy I am.
But have you looked in the mirror and just thought, oh, Jesus Christ?
Well, no, I look the same.
Good.
Good. But talking about the Wii, I did actually turn it on last week.
Adam, before you carry on, have you got any windows open on your computer that you can close down? Because we're getting last word.
You're chopping in and out, sir.
I can close some.
Are you downloading your racist pornography again, Adam?
I'm not downloading anything. Stop accusing me of things.
Sorry, I do apologise. I know you're a celebrated caller here on Joypod, and I don't want you to go.
Because you love it.
Well, I've closed the pictures of those dogs.
So where does the lie come into it then? Like, you've got, you might, I mean, have you told people that you're playing it every day, or what? Where's the lie coming into it?
Well, because when I got Wii Fit, it was like a big thing. like around the office, because I actually brought it into the office and it was like a big event. And every now and again people keep asking, oh, do you still use it? I suppose because it's such a advertised product that they keep being reminded of it. So they keep having to ask
conscience. Everybody wants a Wii Fit still.
Surely everyone knows that you're lying. Because, you know, they'll just look at you. And you haven't lost any weight. No? Capone?
You've broken his mind.
I think he's crying. Capone,
no. I say I do jogging.
You do jogging, you do a little bit of jogging, which is obviously cheaper.
Yeah, I'm just trying to shut down some windows.
How many windows have you got open?
Have you got open?
Lots.
Well, while you're doing that, hello on the phones. Rez, nice one. So Z. Now, I know one for Z straight away.
I can think of one.
Yeah, definitely, but, okay. Who's this on the phones? That was it. That was it. That's all we got. Just one word. Fantastic. Capone, have you closed down all your windows now?
Yeah, including the ones in my bedroom.
Is it getting a bit chilly, or were you just worried that a bee might fly in?
Yeah. The bee.
Let's mourn the bee, man. Let's give the bee a...
That's only for the hardcore fans, so better not mention the bee.
Here's a question, Adam. Now, you must have been in a video games magazine at some point in your life. You must have sent in a letter or something.
Not a magazine, but I did get over 200 letters printed on digitizer.
Did you really?
That's legendary. I would happily accept that.
I think I remember reading that you'd done this. Now, what sort of comments were you sending over to digitizer? Can you remember any?
Just lots of silly topics. Yeah, just nothing too insane. Just,
so you don't remember any of them? You don't remember one thing you sent to digitizer?
That's it.
I was often making fun of things.
Because for a long, long time, because I remember when Capone used to send things into digitizer.
You remember reading it?
I do remember reading it because it was just like, because there were so many made-up characters on it, I was just thinking, surely this must be another one.
And then later in life,
were just shit.
Look at what we got. Hello on the phones, can we help you?
Oh, hi, yeah. Oh, I'm Capone Adams' biggest fan, and I just want to tell him I've not been able to sleep for days. I want to know what's going to happen to Graham Hunter.
Now, for those that don't know, Capone Adam here does his own show called the Capone and Graham Show. He does it with a friend called Graham Hunter. Now, Graham's run into a little bit of trouble. Do we know when we're getting the next part of that show, Capone?
Probably in about a month.
You have to wait a month.
What's happening? Because obviously I'm helping out with the quest to try and get Graham back.
Me! Let's turn the story on to me! Jesus!
Me and my leather gloves?
Oh, me and my leather gloves, exactly.
I still can't find the other one.
What an awful conversation. We're going to say goodbye to you, caller. Thanks for calling in.
I love you, Adam.
Thanks, chappers.
How did you know that? And we're going to say goodbye to you, Capone Adam.
Oh.
I just got rid of him. He's annoying me. I love him really, but he's a little bit special. I believe
in a good way, obviously.
Yeah, well, in a quite freaky way. I believe we have Adam joining us on Skype. Hello, Adam.
Hello.
Hello. How are you this fine evening?
I'm very good, thank you. Enjoying the show very much.
Oh, well, at least someone is, because I'm certainly not. Now, before you continue, we need a game beginning with Z.
Zoo Tycoon.
Ooh, that's not the one I went for in my little head. Now, Zed's probably not going to come up again. What were you thinking of, Mike?
I was thinking Zub, the old Pickford Brothers game.
Wow, there's a few then, because I remember I was going to say Zool. Come on, Zool.
Oh, Zool, yeah, the little ninja ant fella. Yeah.
They said, it's brilliant because it's faster than Sonic. It's not so good. The little ant fella, was he an ant?
Yeah, he was a ninja ant.
Amazing.
Amazing how much crap I managed to store in my brain. Anyway, caller, Adam, hello.
Hi.
What can we do for you?
You rang me? How should I know?
Well, you called... Right, okay, let me let you in on a little secret. Let you behind the curtain a little bit. When we get Skype calls in, Michael's also on Skype, so what I need to do is hang up on your call and then drag you into the conversation. So, initially you called us, so just pretend... Right, we'll start again. Just pretend you've called up, I've answered it, and... Hello on Skype, is it? I believe that's Adam. Hello, we need a Z game from you, Adam.
He's run away.
Adam? He's gone.
He's hung up.
He's hung up. Oh, Adam, if you're listening, Skype in again. We'd like to hear from you. We got someone on the phones. Hello, line 4.
Ding 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 ding.
Which is, of course, our theme tune. Thank you very much for that.
You done? Thank you very much indeed.
So how are you finding 2 hours on Play Talk, Michael?
I'm quite enjoying it, actually. It gives us more room to move.
It does.
To show the girth of Joypod.
But then, like, could you imagine getting to this point? Not saying that's where we are now, but can you imagine getting to this point and then running out of things to say?
We can never run out of things to say. We've got brains the size of planets. We can talk about crap until the end of time.
Oh dear. Can we though?
It's true, yeah. Hang on, someone's trying to call in.
Yeah, I do believe it's Capone Adam, but hi. Sorry about that, mate.
Sorry, I got confused.
What,
I thought you were saying goodbye to me.
We were a little bit, mate, yeah. Because you're breaking up and you're not making much sense.
Can you hear me now?
Just about. Listen, Capone, this will be the test. Did you play football games growing up?
Growing up, yeah, but then I grew out of them.
Shut up. Did you commentate over them?
Yeah.
Yes!
But,
Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed to hear, because I was freaking...
But not in a serious way.
Like, in what? What were you doing?
In a sort of comedy way.
How can you commentate?
Like Alan Partridge or something.
Like, give us a snap.
Well, you know, like, ooh, what's a super goal all over the face, kind of stuff.
Capone, do you want to take a call?
No.
Okay. Well,
but can I tell you what I've been playing?
Yes, you can.
Well, I'll give you a clue.
Yeah.
Coronation Street the game?
Yeah, was it Coronation Street the game?
No.
Go on then.
Yeah, a bit more. It's Mad World.
Oh, Mad World on the Wii. How are you finding that, brother?
Yeah, it's quite good, but there's a lot of problems with it. I really like the art style and the voice button.
Oh, see, Capone, we're going to have to let you go, mate, because you're breaking up too much. Try and sort your computer out. I don't know if you've even got a computer, but the Skype's coming through really badly. Sorry, mate. What we might have to do is buy Capone Adam a super machine, a super computer, just so he can call into the show.
We could just buy him a netbook.
Right, line 4, are you there?
Yes, just a quick point to add to your football commentating.
Yeah.
Have you done, well, of course you've done FIFA where you have 20 versus 20.
Yes.
20 versus 20, 10 versus 10.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to get people to sing along to soap opera theme tunes?
No.
Whilst playing? That's like the commentating for the new generation.
I've tried to start the team chanting before, like, oh, look, you gotta miss the goal and we are winning, you lost. But no one was singing with me. It was quite upsetting.
It's disappointing. And also, I think the only chance you get to communicate with the opposition is when there's when there's a foul being made or there's been a goal scored, you can quickly shout abuse.
Yeah, I do like that, when it connects everyone together after you've scored it. So you've done this then? You've done the 20-player online stuff, have you?
Yeah.
It's so good, isn't it? And it works so well.
Being a defender, what view do you use? Do you have the sideways view, or do you have, like, the up and down view?
No, I have the sideways view, because when you're behind the player, you can't really see what's going on too well.
Because I was going to say, if if you play as a defender and you have, like, the up and down view, you can't see at all what's going on behind you. The angle's rubbish.
Yeah, so I think pretty much everyone plays like that.
Oh, I've used the Be a Pro camera.
See, I don't. See, the Be a Pro camera is just too much for me. It freaks me. I can't get perspective. And then when someone's running at me, trying to tackle, all of a sudden I've lost the ball.
But if you don't do the Be a Pro camera, when you've got it the sideways view, does the main camera follow the ball or follow your player?
You can switch it between. I think you press select and it goes between your player and the ball. So you can choose which one it follows.
I'll have to try that out.
Yeah, have to try that out. Now, just before you go, now, did you commentate over games?
We've already discussed this.
Oh, right. Okay, see you later then. I haven't got an N game out of anyone yet.
No, we haven't at the moment. But on the Twitter, just as an aside with the whole commentating thing, it's not just me who did it. Johnster says, me and a friend used to commentate on our own matches against each other when we teamed up on wrestling games.
Now, this is something that
it's
my
not
brother...
just me being a mental.
This is something my brother will hate me mentioning, but yeah, we used to both, like when we were playing against each other, we both used to commentate, and we used to divvy up the pitch. You're allowed to commentate on this bit, and you're allowed to commentate when the ball's in this bit. And we used to, put our own players in the teams, and the excuse was that I had a green card, so I could play for Brazil, but he didn't, so he played for England. So it was always, the two brothers facing up against each other, today, it's gonna be a great game. Tragic. Absolutely
this
tragic.
Legendary battle of the ages. Brother against brother. Man against man. That sort of thing, yeah?
We've had a message in from our last caller, Chappers, who says No Mercy. That's the next game, so we need a game with Y again, which we've had.
Is there a game called No Mercy?
Yeah, No Mercy. The one after, WCW.
Of course, on the N64.
Yeah, on the N64, dude. Keep up, Michael. Keep up, Grandad.
My brain was going Left 4 Dead again because No Mercy is, of course, one of the campaigns.
It is. It is one of the campaigns. They need to get some more, man.
They will do. It'll happen. Come on, we're going to get our fantastic, lovely, free downloadable content come April, and it'll be lovely and brilliant.
Right, okay, we're going for another break. Before we go, I want to... we've got 20 minutes left of the show. This time sort of shot by. I want to hear your gaming lies. Have you ever lied in relation to a video game? I also want to know if you've appeared in a video games magazine, be it a letter or whatever, or even a local newspaper regarding regarding gaming. I don't care, just anything like that. We want to hear from you. I also want to hear from other mentals that commentate over their own games of FIFA or football, whatever.
Or wrestling.
Or wrestling. Here's the adverts.
Part of the Something Corporation. Wolfman Jack. Only on Play Gold UK.
You're listening to the Wolfman Jack Show.
I don't know what I'd do without you. You and I just tasting each other's love, just knowing each other's soul, just feeling each other's emotions.
Wolfman Jack.
Oh, you thought she was digging you, but she was digging me.
You got the Wolfman, Jack!
For the Wolfman.
Wolfman Jack. Fridays from 6 p.m. UK time. Only on Play Gold UK. Joypod with Elmo and Michael. Play Talk UK.
Last 20 minutes, people. Get your calls in now. 01243 55 61 61. We want to hear from you, whoever you may be. In fact, we've actually got someone on the phones now. Line 4, you there?
Yazuka.
Yakuza. That was a shout for Yakuza there. So it's A.
Ooh,
The next number's A.
A is next up on the list.
Hello, we also have someone on line 5. Are you there?
Hello, is that me?
It is you, yes.
Hello again. I've realised something I can sort of top. Have you appeared in a games magazine?
Oh, go for it.
My hands once appeared on local news playing a video game.
We're playing what video game?
It was Mario 3, I believe.
And how did that come about?
Basically, there was a big uproar in my town with this teacher who apparently smacked a pupil. And they were getting comments from, people in the area. And my mum went on and commented. And we were at home playing video games. And, they recorded me and my brother and our hands playing video games.
Wow. So you've actually been on TV playing a video... In fact, actually, I can trump that. I've been on TV playing a video game as well. I don't know if... Michael, I've told you this, haven't I? I was on an advert when I was younger. It was a little while ago. I was on an advert for the milkshake fridge. You know, the one with the cow skin bottle?
I tell you what, all that time spent at the Brit school was good for you, wasn't it?
Well, I didn't learn acting. I did media. So, essentially I was doing media. It's not coming through, is it? But no, I was on an advert for Fridge. And, I had an hour's worth of filming. Half an hour I was playing a video game. Second half an hour, kissing a lovely lady. That is true.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like one of those sponsored by. This show was sponsored by. And do you know what the show was? Eliminate by Kerry Katona. Proper amazing. Well, thanks for the call, Gary.
Just a quick question. Was it that they sort of they let you play the video game, so, you know, as a bribe, so that you could then be forced to kiss this girl, which obviously you wouldn't like being homosexual?
It was partly that. But no, what it was is that they were doing these running of these different adverts, and it was about how this boy would always have, like, no luck with the ladies, right? And the one I was in, I was playing the guy's brother, and the guy had his girlfriend on a couch, and, you know, they were getting close, and I was sitting next to him, like, being a horrible person playing video games. And then when he left the room, he comes back with the drinks, and I was getting off with her on the couch. Oh, yeah.
Because you was a player.
Not only in the adverts, it would never happen in real life, I'm afraid. Well, cheers for your call, Gary, and cheers for the accusation.
No problem.
Cheers.
Bye.
Well, I don't mind being accused of that. Been called worse. You would you? Well, that's quite nice to know.
No, I wouldn't at all. Off of the Twitter, JCA Farley says that he was in Edge once for playing Mario 64 with his feet. I'm kind of inclined to think that that's a gaming lie.
Oh, Farley, give us a call, please, as soon as you can.
There's no way that you could do that, because think of the N64 control. Because you've got the trigger underneath it where you have to do for the crouches. You can't play that game.
Yeah, well, you can play, like, you can run around with it.
I protest.
Hello, line 4.
I couldn't resist. Gary Lou said, "Oh, I got my hand on BBC playing a game." Well, I was on BBC 4 playing Dance Dance Revolution against a pensioner.
If I remember correctly, the pensioner was Barry from Watford.
Yes.
Which is not only a pensioner, but he's also a genius.
Yeah,
he's everybody's favourite pensioner.
If I'm dancing as a pensioner. That tops Mr. Luton.
Cheers for the call. Nick, you've now called us about 14 times. That's got to be some sort of record, surely.
Pretty much. I would imagine so. It's fallen out of my brain. I was going to say something. Oh, yeah, right. With regards to people being on television, right? Taking it to the next level.
Yeah.
Was anybody ever on Games Master? I know one person who was.
Well, let them call in then.
I don't think he will. He's too big for us.
Okay. Great. Are you going to say Dominic Diamond then?
No.
Right, go on then.
But he's someone who's aware of us. Let's put it that way.
Right, now I've got a little bit of a treat for the listeners that have made it this far. So if you're still listening on podcast or whatever, we have a competition for you to enter. The competition is to win, amazingly, a Joypod t-shirt or mouse mat or mug, whatever you want. If you go to thisisjoypod.com, there should be a post about a shop. Go onto the shop and you can buy things. Well, we're giving away a t-shirt, and it's very simple to enter. And even if you're podcasting, you can enter. What you need to do is email, and this is very important, it's Windy Pops, man. What you need to do, and it's not the normal email, it's elmo@thisisjoypod.com. You need to email me an MP3 of your own work, please, and it's got to be around the 30-second mark, if possible. So 30 seconds of whatever you want. It could be music, could be a clip, it can be absolutely anything. The best MP3 will get the prize, the t-shirt, the mug, whatever you want. Sound good, Mike?
That sounds very good.
You're not being very chatty. Are you getting bored now?
They have to... So, a 30-second MP3
a 30-second MP3. Mike, pay attention. I know it's 2 hours, but Jesus, if you're tuning out, what are the listeners doing? Jesus.
Playing with themselves.
Hey, so, yeah, email elmo@thisisjoypod.com. You have 1 week until our next show, people. We will play out the best few, and the best one will get a T-shirt or a mug or whatever.
We'll probably play out most of them, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. I'm only expecting to get about one, so that one will win. Hello, line 4.
Campfire.
Ooh, I'm Peter Chapman and I got on BBC 4. Call back when you actually get on the station with more than 10 viewers on it, you twat.
It's a good point. Get call back when you've got more than that many viewers on it, you twat. Hello on the phones.
What gets more listeners? Us or BBC 4? Like, listeners versus viewers?
I would say BBC 4.
I'd say it's a very close run thing.
I wouldn't. Hello on the phones.
Hello?
Hello, you're on Joypod.
Hey, Elmo. It's Farley.
Hello, Farley. How's it going, my friend? Now,
Oh, not too bad.
I
just want to refute Michael's outrageous allegation that I'm lying about the Mario 64 thing.
So, it's true, is it?
It is true. It's totally possible to play Mario with your feet. It's completely possible. You just
Okay, I'm intrigued by this. Right, Mr. Farley, what issue Edge is it in?
Oh, come on, I knew you were going to say that, but I've got, there's 200 issues to go through. I haven't got time.
I've got every single copy of Edge, not a hand's reach away from me.
No way, you haven't. You haven't confessed this to me before.
From issue 1 all the way up to issue 200. Apart from
Okay,
issue
Michael, I'll
199,
tell you what,
which I couldn't
I
find.
will find it, and then, obviously not now because there's not time, but I will find it, and you're going to have to eat your words.
I will eat a very large, humble pie.
Right,
sorry, Michael.
Get a plate and a knife and fork and prepare to.
You eating a pie is not a punishment for you, my friend. I know what you're like.
It's a thing I delight in.
Right, okay, so that's a challenge. Next week, Farley, you need proof, and Michael will have to eat a pie.
No problem.
Thanks for the call.
Pie of shame and misery.
Line 4, you're on Joypod.
Hello, Dave. It's Michael here.
All right, Michael, how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. Biggest lady game
Hang on,
reminds me a bit about the commentary we used to do because I don't remember it.
You don't? Right, okay, listeners, this is my brother calling in, who's obviously been listening, when I said that we used to commentate over Michael, don't lie, my friend. You know this is true.
No, I don't remember it at all.
What do you mean you don't? The two brothers?
No.
Oh,
And
you
by the
love
way,
this.
sorry, just quickly, yeah, I've just got off the phone to me dad. Our dad, sorry.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, he's playing some game where you blow a flower around. The man plays football games. Don't be sort of making him play games with flowers and that.
Well, the damage is done now, Michael. We've been born, so it doesn't
Gay
matter.
wedding, man, I'm telling you.
We can only hope that's the case. Cheers for calling.
See ya.
Bye. My brother there, I've clearly upset him. Are you not even, you're not even listening anymore, Michael,
I
are
am
you?
listening. I'm just wondering, are we just going to get the whole entire Turner clan on one episode of the show? Is your sister going to ring in a couple of minutes?
I'll tell you something about my sister. She asked me at the weekend if Edward Scissorhands was based on a true story. Edward
Moving
Scissorhands.
on.
Line 5, you're on Joypod.
Alright, boy, it's John Turner.
Hello, John Turner. How are you doing?
Alright, son. No, it's Matt Murray.
Hugh Murray. Are you waiting now?
Murray in his house, as it were.
I can only assume that you're waiting now for the last 3 minutes of the show to come on.
Yeah, I'm basically here for girls.
Well, Girls is not following us today, I'm afraid.
What?
I'm sorry. They've been moved to Thursday nights. They're 2 hours on a Thursday night. Get with the programme. Check playradiouk.com. The schedule's on there, mate. Come on.
Right, I'll check that. Actually, no, I rang in about the football game commentary thing.
Yes, was this... But now, did you do it?
Yeah, I've done it. I've been caught doing it. Embarrassingly.
By who?
Well, basically, I bought this $5.99 game for my iPhone called Real Soccer 8 or whatever it was. Basically, it's already a bad game. And I must have the afternoon off work, and I was in my room in just my pants, huddling over my little iPhone, and saying things like, "Oh, well, this goal's done it. The championship is theirs. Neil Warnock's in tears. I can't believe this." And I heard a little noise behind me, and my housemate was looking at me, and I actually wanted to die.
It's terrible. And what's worse is that, honestly, honestly, you forget that you're doing it. You don't know you're doing it. You're not listening to what you're saying. You're not really... It's just a natural thing. Like, as I was saying, I was sitting there the weekend, I went, oh, well, just about kick off now. Millwall currently 5th. David Turner's taken them from quite a low club here, but they've really done well. And you sort of just realise and just go, oh, Jesus. What am I doing?
The thing is, yeah, I do another football game. You know that online flash game called Roberto Baggio's Free Kick?
Yeah, I've played that.
Yeah, it's amazing. And always like simple, like 3 clicks and you try and score a goal. But even on that, I'm like, if this goes in, championship is theirs. And like, even, you know, randomly, like, you might get a penalty in that game. And, oh, God, I'm such a loser. But yeah, I say things like, oh, that penalty, I can't believe it. At the 90th minute. Yeah, I'll do that.
But so we can say now officially that this isn't just me. That I'm not just mad. It's just what you do.
It does seem to be a widespread phenomenon, mate.
A phenomenon. So anyway, I do have 2 questions for you, Matt. If you're willing to stick with us for the last 10 minutes. First of all, have you got any gaming lies? Have you ever kept anything from your friends?
No, I don't remember.
Well, is that no that you haven't, or no, I don't want to say that?
No, I don't remember any gaming lies that I've already told, really.
I don't want to let that...
I kept lying that PS3 was next gen.
That's not a lie, is it? That's just ridiculous. That's worse than
commenting. The future, but no one got onto that.
Well, the instant comeback to that is Xbox Live.
Yeah, I know I need to go 360, and I know I will. But the thing is, I haven't got like a decent TV in my room, and
you don't need one, man. Really, you don't. It's not essential. Only if you.
I've got a 14-inch Matsui.
That's pretty bad, isn't it?
Ridiculous.
Is that what you were playing your PS3 on?
No. The thing is, I have my PS3 in the lounge on like my 42-inch Plasma. But the reason I never played the PS3 much is because I'm housemate watches a lot of TV. So she's in that, and so I was like, I can't be bothered, and, you know, but I know I need to get 360, just so I can get shouted at by Michael if I play Left 4 Dead.
Well, I put a tweet out on David Turner's, on the tweet, to say, like, we need to get you on live. We need to get you on Xbox Live. You need to experience what the future really is.
Too.
Okay, the only other question then, have you appeared in a gaming magazine?
No, I haven't.
You've appeared on a gaming radio show?
I have, a Timber one at that. No, what letter of the game are we on now?
We are on A, I believe.
Oh, A, brilliant. Okay, can I say Alan Wake?
You can say Alan... No, you can't say Alan Wake, because that's Uncharted.
Just because it isn't out yet?
No, you can't do that. You can't, no, I'm not having that. Come on, A, there's got to be loads of games.
Even your rule making, man. Let him have it.
The game's got to have come out, Michael. The game has to actually exist.
My name's David Turner. I'm in control of the whole world.
I am in charge of the whole world. Thank you for highlighting that to the masses.
Alright, come on then, Murray. You're going to have to give us something beginning with A that's actually out.
Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing. G. So we're ending with a G.
There are no games beginning with G. That's a fact. There's a cast iron fact. There are no games beginning with G.
Well then, Matthew Murray, you win.
No one actually knows.
You win.
God hand.
Sorry, what?
No, shut
up.
Oh, well, that's,
Somebody came up with a G, somebody left a G open earlier on, and I wanted to say God hand, but now because we're coming at the end of the show, I'm going to put God hand in there, so the next one is D. Next corner in, I want one beginning with D, please.
Oh, okay. Well, we're coming to the end of the show anyway. Thanks for your call, Matt. We'll speak to you next week, hopefully.
Bye-bye.
Cheers,
bye.
Matt.
So, thanks for listening, listeners. We've only got, 4 minutes left, and then we're making way for, I believe, is it Fiona's in there? Is it Steve Paul? Steve Paul. I'm sorry about that. Steve Paul's coming up next after, the breaks. You can contact us in the week by emailing elmo@thisisjoypod.com. But what we want... Go on.
Me, well, Michael at thisisjoypod.com as well. Yes.
Wow, brilliant.
I want to be popular. Come on, send me an email. I don't get any.
You can't set up a whole radio show just to sort of get friends. It doesn't work like that. That's not how life should be, Michael. Go out and talk to people. That's the best way. So we want your 30-second MP3s, and the winner will get a mouse mat, a mug, whatever you want, and all that.
Whatever you like.
How else can they get involved? Well, you can get me on Twitter. My name is David Turners. That's all one word. And Michael, you are?
Idle Michael, IDLEMICHAEL, as a lot of people have done this evening, which is, thank you very much, because it's been very, very good of you. Lots of fantastic interaction, although Johnny has now sworn that he won't call in again.
Why is that?
I don't know. He says that he doesn't have anything to say, but to be honest, that didn't stop him last week. Zing!
You're the problem. You seem to be very aggressive towards the callers.
You can't handle the truth.
I'm like a nice, warm, refreshing hug, and you're like a spike in the eye.
A hug is not refreshing, man. A hug is comforting.
Refreshing and comforting.
Oh, Christ, right? You're an imbecile.
Just look at yourself.
Anyway, is there anything coming up this week gaming-wise that we should be keeping an eye out for? Have you been doing your research?
I don't know exactly what now. I'm not. I want to say something, but I can't say it till next week for certain personal reasons. But no, I don't know what's on the horizon gaming wise this week, so it's going to be quite an interesting week for me. I'm going to go home and because I really want to play Call of Duty World at War with someone like co-op, because the problem is, I played through the game, I loved it, I couldn't get enough of it, and now I want to try it on co-op, but there's no one out there that wants to play. So if you want to play on co-op with me and, see what it's like on that, just email me, on the email that said.
They could just add your PlayStation Network.
And I'm going to try and complete, Chinatown Wars, if I'm totally honest, because I had a lot of fun with that. So that's that's another one to sort of keep plugging away at. What are you doing this week?
I'm going to delve into. When I was at Game Station, I bought 2,100 moon points. So I'm going to have a bit of an explore around the old Xbox Live Arcade stuff. I might get Banjo-Kazooie. Because it's a brilliant game, and I'd like to work my way through it again.
It's absolutely fantastic, and, you'll just spend hours building little vehicles, and I guarantee you're going to be the sort of person that sort of takes the photos and just shows them to everyone, and like a little child that's just done one of those little art things with macaroni. and then the mother just spits at you, because it's rubbish.
Oh, on the Twitter, from Mr. Farley.
Go on.
He says he's found the issue he was in. Issue 101, page 128. Okay, I'll grab that and I'll have a look, and I will either apologise or, I'm going to have to apologise next week, aren't I?
Right, okay, we're going to have to go. We'll see you same time next week. Thanks for listening.